My reverential pranams to the lotus feet of our beloved Master, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Om Shri Sai Ram to one and all. So it is indeed another great and pleasurable day today, and I would like to just start by sharing a small instance. So this has happened to a particular devotee who had been in Swami's proximity for many years, and she has been getting these direct, lovely messages of Swami, and she had this habit of penning down every single values that she has been learning from Swami's lotus feet. And in the years of collection that she had in her book, and it came to one day due to her carelessness, and she has misplaced this wonderful book of Swami's messages. So in that one interview, she had this opportunity to express her despair to Swami by saying, Swami, all these years of messages that I've penned down in my book had just gone missing due to my carelessness. And Swami said, Bangaru, it is not important what has gone into the pustakam, but what is more important is what has gone into the mastakam. That means Swami is saying it is not important what we have written down, but what we have really imbibed in our head and start practicing it. And we have on the stage alongside me the doyens and the stalwarts of the organization, I would say, who truly have imbibed his teachings and have been very inspirational to all of us. And let us put our hands together to welcome Uncle Reddy, Uncle Sri Raman, and also Meena. I think without further ado, we will go with the session today. So the title that has been given to us today is, how do we convert challenges into opportunities to grow? Basically, how do we see challenges as blessings in disguise? So Uncle, I would like to start the first session addressing the question to Uncle Sri Raman. So Uncle, would you like to please share with us one of the challenges that you have had encountered in your life and you have managed to see it as a blessing?
Salam everybody. To start with, I shouldn't be sitting here. It should be my wife who should be sitting here, because she's the basically. Barai should be my wife who should be sitting here. She's my greatest inspiration. She's truly Swami's child. I'm just a follower. I'm just an accompanying man, a driver, and all these kind of things. Right? And so truly, she should be, Ramini Devi should be sitting here, not this here. But nonetheless, because she's not here, so I have this issue of trying to address these challenges, right? For a start, I was never a Sai devotee to begin with. And my background, I'm from the estates, my parents were rubber takers. We had a very tough life. But all I knew was that the challenge in life was education. My parents were very, very supportive of that. And all along in my life, I've been a number one student, right up to the university, that for sure. Even from a Tamil school and all that. So I grew up with this kind of self-esteem, which is basically like kind of MGR, He was my follower, not Baba, So it took a long time for me to be what I am today. And you see, these are the challenges, right? And the first time when I saw Baba's picture was when I visited my wife's, that time supposed to be someone acquaintance at school, this thing and all that. So when I went, I saw Baba's picture in the house. And the first thing that struck me was, who is this Afro man, these people are crazy, praying and all that. Because, I grew up in a kind of a very Dravidian culture. It was very challenging. So that's how we started. That was my first introduction. So very, very rough, very, but very smart fellow. Very confident, very arrogant, and very short-tempered. So that was my background. So that is already a challenge, right? To be where I am today. And the next thing was, I got a very fantastic scholarship and went to UK, studied and came back. And one of the days when I was just walking along a road in Finchley Park, I heard somebody calling me Sairam, 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 Sairam. And I thought, where is this voice coming from? And I saw at the basement, there's one old man, old North Indian guy is calling me Sairam, Sairam. So I went and saw him. He said, please come. And I went down. That was my first center that I entered in London, Finchley Park there. And there was only one Malay guy sitting there and watching Swami's videos and all these things. And I was pulled to the video. And I was just again thinking, what is this? Again, this Maya Jalam all going on and all that. And I'm here, an intelligent fellow sitting and listening to this and wasting my time and all that. Because time was always, I was always fighting for time because I was an architecture student and we had very little time. So we have always had, so that was the thing. And then quickly that guy introduced me and all that. And first thing I thought about my fiance, said, okay, at least I can tackle her with this book. So that was Brindavan, Shamas and Brindavan, that book, and I bought that. And the first opportunity I came back to Malaysia, and I took that as an opportunity because I was quite brave now. Now I can go and see because the father is such a strict person. His nephew also here, and niece also here. She knows. Uncle is very. So that was a situation I was in. That's a challenge, isn't it? Really, that was my basic challenge. And I'm still not introduced to Swami yet. And then I went to JKR. I was employed in JKR. The first convention in JKR we had, this gentleman came and told, when the Malays have problem, they go and see, they get Alibaba to solve their problems. That was in the 80s, I'm talking about Alibaba to solve their problems. When the Chinese get their problems, they look for Ghaffar Baba to solve the problems. And when the Indians are looking for a problem, they go and see Sai Baba. And I was thinking, Sai Baba must be somebody very big, So that is my second thing. And then finally, we got married and all that, and my wife was telling me, Swami has told he will not come and visit me, this and all that, because I knew she used to tell me a lot about Swami's messages and all that, and I just left her, And then she told me, I was very sad, but you will see him after 11 years. I said, okay, good. So that's it. But I tell you, the life that we have, because her background and my background, for both was okay, but it didn't sit well with the family side, So I'm sure everybody has gone through this. This was a turmoil, and we went through that. To almost like my wife was even asking for a divorce, but early age, because the families couldn't agree and all these things. So these are the challenges, early stages, and all that. But what kept us going? Was I always believed in my wife more than anybody else because I thought that she has got something about her, about her conduct, about what she says and all that. So in a way, she's like a guru to me in that sense. So I just followed blindly. I was prepared to even cut it off with my own siblings and parents and all that. So I came to that. Sure enough, because as an architect, I left the studies in JKR, and then suddenly, one day Swami said, you give us a good jobs and all this. And sure enough, we got into the Royal Selangor Palace things and all that. And that's when I met first time Brother Reddy. He was a mechanical engineer, and I was the architect. Personally selected by the Sultan and the team of people for what I was known in my sector, because basically I was doing very well in JKR. I was a professional of the year, this and all that. So that's an arrogance in that sense. But I was not really a Swami's devotee as per se. But my wife kept the balance in me. So after that, 11 years, he said, sure enough, we were doing the project and all that, and I saw that she was doing. I said, what would you like to have? She said, I would like to go to Puttaparthi. So that was the thing, and then we went to Puttaparthi. And I didn't know at that time, I was sitting in front, and I managed to get a front row the first trip itself. Swami came in, everything changed instantly. Instantly it changed. And he was coming, a lot of questions were asked, all the doubts that I had, it came through, and then it struck me, today is my 11th year anniversary. I just realized it was the 11th year anniversary and got my wife to, So when Swami came, I was suddenly thinking, oh, Swami is going to come and say, okay, good, I'm going to bless you. But he came, he just gave me a stern look, and I didn't even bother to look or what, I don't know. I was so disappointed. He said, Swami, he just went off. And after that, I was sitting there so the budget or the darshan, all that went off. And I was sitting and I'm thinking, what am I to do? Today is my anniversary, and Swami said I will do this and all that, but it's all going to turn out is not correct. And I heard very clearly, see Anil Kumar. And this is the first day I'm sitting there. See Anil Kumar. I don't know who is Anil Kumar. So I just sat up. I saw one gentleman walking through, and I asked him, sir, I would like to meet up with Mr. Anil Kumar. And guess what he said? I am Anil Kumar. And that was my first introduction to Professor Anil Kumar on the very day. And then I told him, well, that time, already different really. I'm no more that kind of thing. I was already crying, this and all this, all kind of, so suddenly very lempe already, And so I told him, sir, this is what happened. He said, okay, Swami is, okay, told that, you come to my house. So 7 o'clock, we met up with him and blessed us. So from then on, everything changed in my life, and I really owe it to my wife. So that is my challenge. What my challenge was that from somebody coming into the Swami reality, now you can't take that away from me. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle, for the insightful sharing. Be it Gafar Baba or Sai Baba, there's always a Baba in our life coming as a savior, right? So now I'm addressing the next question to Meena Akka. So Akka, your question is this: does Swami come to our help only when we call out to him, or does Swami help overcome our obstacles even before we call out to him?
Sairam everyone. It is really a great, blessings for me to be here. And this question actually Sankar shared with me, and it has been running in my mind. But I was thinking the best way to answer this question is, because I'm from the Balvikas program, I'm a SSC guru. I would want all of y'all to think of a time where you never had to pray. Can you recall? There was a period in your life where you never had to pray. You all recall that period? No. But that was the period when we were in our mother's womb. Right? See, being in the mother's womb is the period where we are in complete care. Everything is provided. Safety, security, food, everything is provided. And I'm reminded of a great scholar called Meenakshi Sundaram actually. Yeah, it's a male actually. He's a great scholar, and he speaks about Lord Muruga and Tirupugal. And he speaks about, this is a very important thing I feel, because you have to understand that we have been in a stage where we didn't have to ask for anything, we didn't have to pray. And that was when we were in our mother's womb. And he shares this, he said, when does a baby start crying? When they're babies, when they have a wet napkin, they'll start crying. When they're left alone, they'll start crying. Okay? And when there's darkness, they will start crying. But in the mother's womb, the baby is actually in a very, very wet environment. It's literally soaked in the amniotic fluid, isn't it? It's wet. And it's really dark. I don't think anybody holds any light inside, isn't it, in the mother's womb? Okay? And it's all alone. And according to this scholar who speaks about the Tirupugal, Lord Muruga's, thing, he says, in the Tirupugal it is written, the reason why, as the child is all alone in the darkness, in a wet environment, in the mother's womb, The child never cried. It was in the most deep union state with the cosmic energy. So he says it's because when it is in the womb, it is actually in the company of someone. And when this child comes out, okay, it is crying. And as you all know, how does a baby cry? Kwa, 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 isn't it? And he says, actually, this was the discussion that took place in the womb, apparently. This is according to the Tirupugal. I later related to Swami, right? It says that Muruga is the one who is accompanying the child in the womb. And he says, now you're going to go out. I've been together with you all this time. After this stage, you're going to go out. Unless you call me, I would not come. Unless you call me, I would not come. So that is the reason they say that once we have taken birth, we are crying out and we are crying kwa, kwa, okay? And actually it means guha, guha. And another name for Lord Muruga is guha. Oh Guha, where are you, where are you, where are you? And Swami says, this is where we start asking Koham, who am I, who am I, who am I? So the question comes is that, okay, we have been given that instruction, okay, that once we are out here into the world, we have a way of calling him, right? And it's written in the Tirupugal that you have to call for him. But every single one of you is seated here, please recall back your life, okay? Did you call for Swami or did he come to your doorsteps? Did he come to you? Did he come to you? He came to you. He came to me. I didn't call for him, but he came to me. How about you, brother? So this is a very miraculous thing that is happening. Okay? Apparently, we have to call. But what has changed in the Kali Yuga? What is different with the Kali Yuga Avatara? He is coming. The visiting cards, the miracles that we have seen. Okay, the dreams he comes into. As for me, I've completely been guided by Swami in my dreams. From the age of 17, he came knocking, he came sitting in my house. Okay, continuously he has been coming. It's like, you know, we are so interested to go out into the world and do our own thing. Literally, we are like stray animals, you know, we are straying away. We are staying away from him. And he has come to call us. So this brings to a very important understanding that the divine energy is always resplendent, always available, whether you are praying or not praying. It is available there. It is a kalpa vriksha, wish-fulfilling tree. It is a kalpa daru, bestowing presence. So what is so unique about having the Divine Mother, Father, Swami, Sathya Sai Baba is that literally when he is Sakshat sitting right in front of us here and I ask him anything, it is instantaneous. Is instantaneous power manifestation because he is Shiva Shakti Swarupa. So as for me, the life experience that Swami has given me, everything indicates that whether I asked for his help or not, there are days that I prayed, okay, and I waited and all that, but many instances he has helped me without even me knowing or even asking. One example I will share because of the time. I was given a task by Swami to organize Chandi Homa. He just came in my dream and he said, organize Chandi Homa. And I didn't know anything at that time. And he only mentioned this name, Simadri, in my dream. And I do not even know who is this Simadri. And I don't even know him. So somehow I asked and I got his number and I called. I said, and I got this instruction from Swami to organize Chandi Homa. He said, I have been also getting some visions and responses. So let's get together and we start working. So for the Chandi Homa, as you all know, it is a massive Homa where we literally have to do a lot of major offerings. So I'm very grateful to all of the Negeri Sembilan devotees at that time, especially from Bandar Sunggala, PD, senators and all that. The brothers, maybe they are all here, they really helped us out. But what was interesting was, we did not ask anybody, so I literally, maxed out my credit card. 2 credit cards, all maxed out, and I got legal letters. And I have not been attending to it because I was busy with Navaratri prayers. And I said, I couldn't be bothered about this. I will work for Navaratri in the center. You won't believe it. My younger brother, 12 years younger to me, just came over for the weekend and he asked me, said, Achi, that's how he addresses me. Achi, do you have any outstanding in your credit card? I said, I never told him anything about this, because I don't have the habit of telling how I spend my money. The tendency that I have is that I will empty my coffers and you will be surprised how Swami will replenish back my coffers. That's how he has worked with me. You'll always see how much Meena will do, how much will empty her bank. Then he will just replenish it just like that. I've never shared this before, but he just came and he said, give me your credit card numbers. No, I said, why are you asking? And before I knew it, I'm busy with Navaratri. I've not even asked him. I said, I'll attend to it after Navaratri. That was my deal with Swami. And he came and he paid up fully both my credit cards and he went back. And he's my younger brother who just started working like 2 years. So this is one incident I'm saying where I never asked Swami, never asked for help. This happened in 2017. Swami suddenly, he came in my dream and he said, I saved you. You're supposed to get a heart attack. I saved you. Yeah. So why I'm sharing these things is that because sometimes, yes, we ask, but sometimes without asking, many times without asking, Swami is taking care of us all the time without us asking. We just need to trust. We just need to trust. I think I'll end with that.
Thank you, Akka. I think Swami usually says everything that he does is based on kalamu, karmamu, and karanamu. Many things in life, if we find it as challenges, it is because of our karma that we have inherited, that we have to go through it. And Swami says kala, time, meaning in the nick of time, definitely he will step into our life, intervene and help us. And karanamo, there is a reason for everything that is happening and revolving around us. And to make us realize that the reason, and that is why Swami has stepped into our lives and giving us this understanding of karmamo, kalamu and karanamo. Moving on to the next question, Uncle, in times of trials and tribulations, I think it is very, very difficult for us to practice Shraddha, which is faith, and also Sharanagati, which is surrender. How do we keep these both intact at this juncture?
Sairam, thank you Swami for this opportunity, and brother too. Sairam everybody. To me, I think the way I always manage these issues are, whenever there are problems, I tell myself, Swami did not plan this problem for me, but Swami has allowed it to happen. And Swami has allowed every problem, whatever you face, Swami has allowed it to happen. That's the first thing. And therefore, since Swami has allowed it, I will not look outside. I don't look outside and say, these people caused it or that person caused it. Always go within. Go within deep. Because the moment we transfer any challenge and any problem to somebody else, we will stop receiving messages from the universe. Because we have blocked our mind, or we have transferred the problem. So never ever transfer any problem, look within and seek for the answers within. And we are very, very fortunate that Swami has given us so many tools. There are so many tools. All these tools are activities that happen in the center. So we have STP. I've come across brothers who have told me, brother, last week's STP was the answer I was seeking. So Swami has given us the tools. If we get involved in all these activities, during challenges, answers will come. Okay? So we have simple messages of Swami on, after bhajans. So these are simple messages that we need to contemplate. So since Swami has allowed it to happen, we have to now think of ways to solve it. Okay, so I can just share one of these tools. Just before COVID hit Malaysia, we started a very large project. It's a construction of electronic industry. It's a very, very large plant in Malacca. And so we had started the project, COVID hit, and there were many, many challenges. Timing was out, the delivery was slow, and then I could gradually see when challenges come, the not so good part of the project people and so on. So there were so many challenges, and I was wondering, what can I do? In fact, sleepless nights had already come. So one of the tools was light meditation. In light meditation, Swami says, at the end of the light meditation, where we share our love to one and all. So I used this light meditation and shared this love to all those challenges, all these people who are involved in the project. I shared this love on a daily basis. And also I believe when challenges come, as I said earlier, I don't transfer anything to anybody, but surely we must have contributed in some way. We may be ignorant of our contribution, we would have. So what I would do daily at the end of light meditation, sharing the love with them, I would also mentally kneel at the gates of the factory. And this factory has 10,000 employees. I would mentally kneel at the gate and seek forgiveness from each and every one of them. And this went on. Anyhow, the project gradually came to an end successfully. Now the defects liability period of 18 months is over and the project is over. So I think faith and confidence. So when we get involved in these activities of the center, it helps us to clinch to Swami. It's not only during tough times, when all of us are having our good times, we must not forget Swami. Hold on to him. And how can we continuously hold on to Swami? In my view, and what I like to practice is manifestation of divinity. How can I manifest divinity? Swami has stated, all forms are mine, all names are mine. So if all forms are Swami, the mic I am holding is also a manifestation of Swami. So STP, in fact, more than 10 years ago, taught me that since Swami says all forms are mine, from that on the awareness came. Awareness of everything is Swami. When there's an opportunity to speak with the cable, my cable, I will never step the cable. And if I do, I will quickly seek forgiveness. And wherever you go, even this chair I'm sitting, when I get up, I'm surely say thank you. So STP, Swami's tools, has helped in manifesting divinity. And when we manifest divinity, we find that Swami is always with us. The confidence is there, the faith is there, and many things just happen on their own. So once this faith grows and we cling to Swami, we find that we have less and less and less effort in every project, in everything we do. Because Swami has taken over. Why crack your head to resolve? Answers will come. We will hear things. In fact, I think I shared in some other center before, and in fact in Ipoh when I went to share, strangely after the sharing, a lot of sisters came and asked, brother, what happened in the end? Because I didn't end the story. So this is also after STP using Swami's tools, where in one of the shops in PD, I had gone to PD to assist the center in some activity. Then when we went for dinner, I had gone to the washroom to wash my hands, and I found that the washroom was very dirty, very, very dirty. There was a pail there, the water was flowing outside the pail. Can you imagine? Outside the pail, and I am one manifesting divinity is not by speech, by action. So the pail is dirty. I didn't want to touch the pail. I'm going to have my tosa. So I shifted the pail with my knee, and that's wrong. I need to shift with my hand. I shifted with my knee, and then later on, the flush wasn't working. I had to carry the pail and pour the water. Then again I had to tell the pail, sorry, okay, this is a lesson. So you see, when we, I think when we get involved and we evolve, Swami is there for us, and all these so-called challenges will just melt away. And we find that life is so simple, so beautiful, and wonderful. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Uncle. I think once the similar question was in fact asked to Swami as well. A devotee had asked Swami, in times of difficulties, it's so difficult to practice faith and surrender. And Swami very beautifully answered. He said, my devotees' faith keep me fit all the time. And she went on, she was perplexed. What is this? I'm asking about faith, and Swami is talking about health. And then Swami very beautifully explained, said, every time you call out to me, for an example, he quoted this situation. He said, you call to me, you're asking, you're praying in your prayer, you say, Swami, please secure a medical seat for my son. So he's actually, sitting on the chair, and then he's, enacting that entire scene. So he's saying, I'm actually listening to your prayer, I'm getting up from the chair, and I'm walking towards you, I want to answer your prayer. But halfway through me coming to you, reaching you, and you change your prayer and you say, Swami, I've already waited for 3 months, there's no response from you. I'm actually now switching from medical seat to engineering seat. So the moment you switch, I also switch my route and come back and sit on my chair. Again, you continue praying. You say, Swami, please ensure that my son gets the most famous university in the country so that he would be able to study well. And again, I'm hearing your prayers and I'm getting up from your seat and walking towards you. I want to grant your wish. But halfway through the prayers, you say that, Swami, make sure that my son enter into IIT because this is the best university possible. Not only you've asked, but in the prayer you've also suggested to me what you want me to grant you. Again, I take my turn and I go back to my seat. So Swami says, every time when you ask for something, I get up, I come to you, but you change your mind, I come back. So the process of getting up, walking and coming back, getting up and walking and coming back is keeping me at 100 pounds all the time. That's why I'm getting enough exercise here. And Swami very profoundly ended by saying, first learn to have faith in your faith and learn to surrender your surrender. So having said that, I'm sure that we have all gone through different challenges in our lives, but what truly we have asked, or we should ask Swami for is, I think, different kind of more challenges. Once Swami had told a devotee, he had turned 6 years old, and Swami said, on your 60th birthday, please come to me, I will bless you. And very diligently he followed it. On his 60th birthday he was there, and Swami blessed him. And Swami said, Bangaru, today it's your 60th birthday, ask me, what do you want? And he said, Swami, I have experienced everything in my life already. 60 years I've been living. I don't need anything, Swami, I just need your Ashirvadam, your blessings. Then Swami said, Bangaru, you should not be asking for blessings, Ashirvadam. You should be asking for Anugraha, grace. Because grace doesn't simply come. Blessings is available for everybody in this world because whoever that he has created in this world, he constantly bestows his blessings. But grace, Anugraha, we can only earn it. With that, I think I would like to take this opportunity to thank Uncle Reddy, Uncle Sriram, and also Meena for a wonderful sharing. And I'm sure that all your stomachs have been already growling, so we will hand it over to the MCs.